What's up? What's going on? What's good, everybody? That's right. The Boxing Source checking in here, and this is another version of Raising the Skills with my boy Great Skills in the building, man. What's happening with you?
Hey man, same old, same old. Hey, look, let's get it. Let's talk some boxing.
Yeah, let's talk some boxing. And last thing here, man. It's been a couple weeks. Since the bout for the undisputed super middleweight championship, Canelo Alvarez versus Jermell Charlo. Canelo Alvarez had like a wide decision victory over Jermell Charlo, and the immediate reactions to that particular fight was that folks thought that Jermell Charlo would be a lot more competitive in this particular fight, but it just seems like he really didn't just say give a full effort, so to speak, according to some people out there. What did you think about Jermell Charlo's efforts there against Canelo?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It was pretty much what I expected. I mean, I thought that jumping up two weight class, the task was gonna be steep, right? And everybody, man, when we look at boxing, I think we look at it with our own personal stuff and who we feel that we think is going to win due to our fan favorite, right? But when we really look at it, man, the weight classes is for a reason. And when Jermell came in, and he felt the power, and it was like, oh hell, you know what I mean? I'm gonna look. I'm not gonna get knocked out. I'm gonna try to survive. You know what I mean? If I can just survive, I still look like it was a victory for him, right? Good payday, everything. But we were asking a lot for him to think that he could come in and beat him. Like when Manny when Manny came up from the lower weight class and he had his power with him, it was a lot of, allegations around his name, right? So why would we think that Charlo's power was going to come up and he was going to be as strong as Canelo? It was sort of not fair to him. Glad the brother got the payday, great payday, but to me, performance wasn't great.
Yeah, I
Wasn't
mean,
great at all.
it's one thing to actually try to compete against a guy that some had put in the near the top of the power rankings, but when it's something where you just feel like you're overmatched, or you just think in your mind that you're overmatched, you just want to get through that particular fight and not get knocked out, to kind of like be out of
Because
commission for a good amount of time, so you'll be able to
like
recover quick.
like Charlo's strength is what? He got some pop, right? The moment that he's in a fight and he don't have any pop, is almost like, what's the use of him being in there? You know what I mean? All his confidence was gone. He knew he couldn't match power with Canelo. And we get frustrated with the bouts that Canelo chooses. Like he'll pick this guy trying to cement his legacy even more, right? And we think, it's easy opposition until he got fooled by Bivol, right?
Mhm.
But we still have to agree Canelo can fight, man. The guy can fight. You know, he's not a walk in the park. We would have loved to seen him take some stiffer matches instead of just trying to jump up and gang a title, right? Jump up and gang
Mhm.
a title, right? But still, like you have to take your hat off to him. He can fight, man.
Yeah, he definitely could fight it. And I mean, his skill level is, pretty much at the top of the game there in the sport of boxing. So you also got to deal with that aspect, especially with what I see, his counterpunching ability, his ability to slip in and come back is pretty much top notch there in the sport of boxing. So when you have those other fighters there at super middleweight, you have to compare their overall skill level to what Canelo has, because power is pretty much going to be either equal, or maybe Canelo will have the edge. So it all comes down to skill at sometimes. And when it comes to Canelo, he's the most experienced out there in the bunch. So that's what you have to deal with, and that's what Jermell Charlo had before him, before that particular fight. So he just it kind of like seemed like he said, what, if I can't, really compete and not try to get completely embarrassed, and let me just get through these 12 rounds and
Right.
just have that clean bill of health, basically, to like come right back, not that far down the
Right.
line. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. In other words, let me finish the race, right? And that's what he did. I mean, looking at him in his dressing room afterwards, he felt like him completing the fight was victorious. So if he's happy with it, I'm happy for him. Now let's go back down to 154. Let's get a good matchup and let's see the real Charlo, right? I mean, and
Mm-hmm.
then I would love to see his brothers talking like he's on the verge of coming back. I just saw an interview with him and Roy Jones like he's ready to go. I'm excited to see him. That's the Charlo who I would have rather seen fight Canelo. I figured he's the bigger of the two. He's fought near that weight class, and he to me, I thought he was the one that would have a more legitimate chance, if any, to have a shot with Canelo. So hopefully he can get himself back right, get back out here, and just get back in the mix. Maybe we'll see uh, Canelo versus the bigger Charlo.
Yeah, Jermell Charlo. And that remains to be seen. Coming from some reports over the past like week and a half, Jermell Charlo is pretty much in line to have his next fight coming up on November 25th, which is going to be part of the event there in Las Vegas, as you're going to have David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade there at super middleweight. That's going to be a very good fight. They just had their press conference. Demetrius Andrade was definitely selling the fight. Said, "Hey, this is the best fight out there," and both guys there undefeated. And Demetrius Andrade is now part of a main event of a pay-per-view fight. I mean, his last bout was in a pay-per-view, but he wasn't the main event, of course. So here he's finally featured in a high-profile pay-per-view event against David Benavidez, man. So definitely looking forward to that one, man. What you think?
That's two of us. I'm so happy for Demetrius. It's been a long road for him to finally get a shot. The kid's been deserving of a shot a long time ago, and everybody seemed like to me they've avoided him. It's like he's dangerous, but this right here is gonna be fireworks. I mean, these two combatants right here, I'm expecting something really special with these two. I really am. I mean, to me, you got two caged animals and they getting ready to go at it. I mean, hopefully the best man win. This is one I'm not even gonna do a prediction on. I mean, I would love um for him to win this fight. I mean, he's been avoided for so long. I would love for, but Benavidez is a different monster. We all know what he brings to the table. But I would love for him to get the win, man. I feel like the kid really deserves it, man. I mean, they stalled him out for a long time.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, he was there doing work first at 154, won a title at 154, couldn't really get in for a unification bout there, and went up to 160. Tried to get a bout against Billy Joe Saunders, and we know what happened with Billy Joe Saunders. He,
Exactly.
Andre won the belt. He tried to unify against Canelo and Gennady Golovkin, couldn't get those fights. So now he's up here at 168, and this is one of those bouts here where it's going to be a real good challenge for him facing David Benavidez, who's undefeated, multiple, time WBC super middleweight champion, had his, impressive win over Caleb Plant earlier this year. So you're going to see two top level guys here at the super middleweight division. And, I think both camps kind of like talked about this potential fight for some time now. And, I know that both of them, both camps have a lot of respect for each other, but, it's still going to show out in the ring, like all the skill level and everything that both of those fighters possess. They're going to show that on November 25th.
Yes, like I say, I can't wait. I can't wait. I mean, great fight. You know what I mean? Everything's good. I can't wait. I really think it's gonna be a show. That's what I'm hoping. Like I say, this is one I usually give a prediction. I'm not giving a prediction on this one, right? I hope
Mhm.
Demetrius come through.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. So we're definitely going to be looking forward to that thing on pay per view, Showtime pay per view, and it's going to be held in Las Vegas. But that's there what we got here with this quick uh, session here, raising skills with my boy Gray Skills. We're going to be still doing this here, when we can. So definitely going to be catching brother Greg on some other topics here later on down the line, man. So thanks for joining in here one more time.
Okay, my brother. I appreciate you.
For sure.
All right.